welcome back. And we'll jump right in. If you are new, we are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. So go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button and you'll see more videos like this. If you hit the notification bell, you may be notified. Last we were here, we talked about flat Earth and if you had a chance, you looked some flat Earth material up. Possibly not getting far, as that was many years ago when the information was not so suppressed. But censorship is real. Here's a video I made recently that proves it. Go check it out. You can get more proof of flat Earth from books like the Bible, the Christian Bible. You can get hints of end time signs as well in your Christian Bible and in other Bibles or religious books. They correlate mostly because they come from the same story. You can research flat Earth in the book of Enoch, where he gives details as well. Those are proofs that you can check. We just want the discussion out. So, disgusting pedophilia. I think we're going to have to skip and go to fallen angels first, seeing that, look at this title, seeing that it would help explain some of the deviations sexually on the plane. Mind you, if I say planet versus plane, put it in the comments. Let me know if I use, because black to refer to people, I have to stop using political prisoners are who you are. Aboriginal, native, with hidden identities. So let us talk about fallen angels a bit to help you understand that the temptation for pleasure exceeded into the realm of heaven. Earthly pleasures, smoking, drinking, sex, and in the original text, the angels came down, the watchers, to heaven, from heaven to earth to be with the women. No, they did not come to help mankind. They did not say, let us go forward and show you the way. For some reason, they, unbeknown to me, they ultimately wanted sex. And the number one, or the first rule on earth for mankind, for man, for humans, originally was transcribed as that thou shalt not have sex or intercourse with a woman child. Now, that being the first commandment of the land for humans, meant that choice was available, and you could choose to deviate or not, which leads us back into the classroom, because that is what this is, a test. So they had their commandments, and we had angels or watchers who watched over us, and were persuaded that Earth would be most fantastic, better than where they were. So the lust, the temptation for pleasure took over the angels, and they came unto women, literally. So you can see that there was a deviation in man at that point. You can say at that point the negative spirit, the bad spirit of the lustful angels entered into man. This correlates with history. About 6,000 years ago. Some say 10, some say 12. They like to throw you off. 6 is the magic number. About 6,000 years ago. So the human race was infiltrated. Although it was destroyed, there was still a genetic blueprint of sin and lust in your DNA. You still can choose, though. You are born with it in you, around you, spirits. You have a spirit, a soul that cannot be destroyed. No energy can be destroyed. So understand, correlate energy, electricity, soul, vibrations, heavy metals, food, veganism, water. By diluting your body, you increase the opportunism for a bad frequency. And if strong enough, can resonate and grow. Energy only transforms. Energy is electric. The universe is electric. You are electric. The soul is electric. So, if you are paying attention, you'll notice that in the video, there is a dome. So, everything revolves around energy. The bad spirits that convoluted the human race with their deviance is still here under the dome. Hold on. It cannot go anywhere. It can enter into anything. It cannot stay in anything. So, now fallen angels, bad spirits roaming an enclosed earth. Electric earth, electrostatic energy is still floating. It can get inside of you, and if you feed it, it will grow. So, in order to understand the pedophile nature, you have to understand the lustful spirit that roams the earth. How strong is it? It is so strong it left heaven to come to earth, to be here. Think about that. Although you may be good, bad thoughts enter your mind. Know that you have a choice, and you must think these thoughts. You must think these thoughts. You have to see these thoughts as reality. You cannot fight against something you cannot fathom, something you cannot imagine, something you would not, or would rather not think of. Those thoughts must enter your head in order for you to conclude on them. These thoughts must enter your head in order to conclude on them. You cannot draw a conclusion without reasonable thoughts about it, about not doing it, or about doing it. You have to have these thoughts. You must not take form. You will be judged by your form at the end, in the time of your judgment. You cannot grow without change. Pedestrian? Is it? Let's look up I think I'm pronouncing it. Well, no, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Pederasty. 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 It's really quite awful that
Pederasty.
I don't speak English well enough to say pederasty, or just haven't pronounced the word enough to say
Pederasty.
pederasty. So you have to think of these awful thoughts, and it's horrible as a man to think awful thoughts. In order to grow, you must see these thoughts through. Is this for me, or is this for you? Most of us choose the latter. It is not for me. But some choose the former. And they feed the idea and engage in the idea and manifest the idea. You have to think awful thoughts to finally draw a conclusion, to be on one side or another. So that is pedophilia. Very simple. Very simple. Thoughts like murder, rape, all bad thoughts must be thought in order to conclude who you are. Your soul is in development. You are trying to obtain a final form. It is said that upon revelation, when the mirrors are lowered and you get to see yourself. It's most fascinating, like a star, a bright star. Of form. As you know, I have not been to heaven yet. So I cannot conclude pedophilia is a choice of choosing bad thoughts to proceed in your head rather than to dismiss them. Whether you are being subjected to subliminal messaging, direct communication, the information is not supposed to be taboo. It's not. It's the first law of the universe for human beings. And luckily, melanated people are the only human beings on this plane. Or shall I say, we are the original man, and all others are mankind. Please like, share, and subscribe. And our next topic is colored paper for diamonds. And fallen angels. And if you don't mind, go ahead and communicate below that you are for an exodus or you are not for an exodus. I'll talk to you guys in a second. Probably tomorrow. I went way over by 5 minutes. If you have any questions, really, it's not that hard. Things are quite simple. You are blowing stuff way out of proportion. The evil is real. There is no reason for me to call people's names out, and when you guys do a great job at it already, there is no reason for me to attack those people when we let it go on. It's rampant. It's disgusting. And you let it go on and on and on. So you don't point the finger. As a melanated being, you have the right to cleanse the earth. It is your earth. African Americans are capable of fixing everything.